Sometimes I'm just like being really lazy and like I watch something or I see something or somebody being super fit on Instagram, like, oh God, I need to work out my booty. And then I do it. Hi guys, this is Camila Coelho and this is my women's health body scan. So my favorite thing about my body is that I have great muscle memory. If I do work out for a week or two, I get results really fast. And if I stay without working out and I go back to that gym that one day that my schedule is free, the muscle just pops back in really fast. It really helps me out a lot, especially when I'm on a crazy schedule, crazy agenda, and don't have so much time to go to the gym and work out. And my favorite body part to exercise is my booty, my Brazilian booty. I always want to make sure that it's lifted, and it's the thing that I'm most picky about my body are definitely legs, but booty the most. So my main exercises when it comes to glutes and booty is squats, doing great squats, going really down there, coming back, lunges, and leg lifts. Those are my favorites, and those are exercises that I can actually do at home, hotels, anywhere, yeah. So I only have one tattoo, and it means something really special to me. I never thought actually that I would get a tattoo one day, and this was a few years ago that I was just like, you know, I'm gonna get it. This word means so much to me and I want to carry it with me. So I tattooed Faith here on my wrist. It's very thin, a very thin line. It's very effortless, cursive, and I love it. Faith means so much to me because I truly believe since I was a young girl that with faith you can accomplish the world. You can be whoever you want to be. Faith to me is basically hope. So a lot of people ask me about my abs. They're very defined. And yes, I worked out my abs a lot when I was a teenager. When I started working out, 18 years old until 22, I worked out a lot, like almost every day. I loved it. And because of my muscle memory, my abs have always been there. Even when I don't work out, I have spent like 3 months without working out and my abs are still very defined. And it is actually, a lot of people think that it's the part of my body where I concentrate the most when working out, but it's actually the least because it is, I think, and I feel every person has a different part of their body where it's the most fit. Some people is with their legs, you know. For me, it's the abs. If I gain weight, if I don't work out, it will go everywhere else, the weight or the fat, but not my abs. So I feel very lucky that they're always defined. I do work them out sometimes, but mostly when I do abs, it's concentrating with less weight, just body weight, keeping it lean, but not bulking it. And when it comes to surgery, I have done my nose in the past, and I actually shared it with my community back then. And I'll take the time to talk to you about a little life update. My nose job. Yes! It was about 3 years ago. It took me a long time to actually have the courage to do it. A lot of times we want to change certain things in our bodies, and some people decide it overnight, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then it can go completely wrong. For me, it took years for me to finally like go and do my nose. And one other thing that was very important to me was for me to keep the aesthetic of my face, for people to look at me and see the same Camila, but maybe just a little more, you know, a little more delicate. I just defined it more here on the sides, but I didn't change the shape on it, around it at all. So for me, it was very important to find a doctor that kind of had the same feeling as I did. So I had doctors that I walked in and said, oh yeah, you should do this, this and that. And it was completely against, or like completely the opposite of what I wanted, until I walked into an office and the doctor said, oh, you don't really need it. But then he was like, yeah, maybe I see just here or there. And I was like, okay, I think I'm ready. So the message here is there's no really right or wrong when it comes to surgery, but give it a lot of thought. So one part of my body that I used to complain since I was a little girl, I remember going up to my mom and saying, Mom, why do I have this curve on my leg, like close to my knee? There's a muscle there. It's on your inner thigh, close to your knee. And because of my muscle memory, since I was a little girl, I used to bike a lot, you know, growing up in a small town. I was always on either a bike or rollerblades. So my legs was already like defined as a little girl, and I would get that muscle close to my knee that I hated. I would say, Mom, why would my friends have straight legs and my legs a bit like curvy? Today, you know, I grew up to love it, because when that muscle shows, it means my legs are fit and defined, but I hated it as a young girl. So I was diagnosed with epilepsy at age 9. Those first years when diagnosed with epilepsy, I lived a normal life. I remember my doctor telling me the only thing I could not do was to drink alcohol. And at age 9, I didn't care about alcohol, right? And you know, I didn't have much limits, thankfully. I could play, I could do the things I wanted to do. The medicine that I was taking was controlling my seizures, which I am grateful for, but it became a challenge to me when I became a teenager, when my friends started partying, when my friends started drinking, and I couldn't do the same. So I started to feel different. I started to feel like I didn't belong at a lot of times, at a lot of moments. And it has started to affect me until I decided to take my medicine away without telling my mom or my doctors, just because it really was affecting me mentally. I felt like taking that medicine away would make me the same as my friends, would make me fit in more, which, looking back today, I was very wrong. I ended up having a seizure in school in front of all of my friends, and I woke up in the hospital feeling traumatized, feeling terrible. I knew I had risked my life that day, and it was a very important day for me too. It was life-changing, because my mom said to me, Camila, there's people fighting for their lives every single day. There's people with epilepsy that, even taking medicine, they have several seizures a day. You take a medicine every night and it has been controlling your seizures. So how lucky are you? How special are you? And that made such an impact in my life. I started to look at my life and my condition in a totally different way. Instead of feeling different, unfortunate, I started to feel lucky and blessed. And that beautiful light that was shining inside of me, and that was shining inside of me since I was a little girl, being an extrovert and funny and outgoing, it started to shine through again. And today I live with epilepsy in a very happy way, in a very accepting way. So when I first started doing makeup tutorials, I always focused a lot on my eyes, because I've always had big eyes and, you know, a lot of space on my eyes, and it's easy to do makeup on. And that's one feature that people always called out, really, in the beginning of my videos.
And what we want here is just a tiny bit of dark brown.
Eyes has always been a big thing for me. Also my lips, but eyes, I feel like, is one of the things that actually helped me out, stand out on social media when doing makeup and doing glam, because they're big, they're easy, they have a lot of lashes. Yes, I'm very hairy. I'm a hairy Brazilian, so I have a lot of lashes. So eyes has always been like a statement for me when it comes to makeup. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to Women's Health YouTube channel. Comment down below. Tell me as well, like, what have you struggled with growing up? Tell me everything about you. I would love to know. I'm gonna be reading the comments. And if you wanna know more about me and see the type of content I bring out, check out my YouTube channel as well. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.